Alright, this is a tutorial for Composure by August Burns Red, and the tuning is in dropped C. And to start off, this video is going to be just for the one guitar, and then I'll make part 2 for the second guitar, like the harmonies and the leads and stuff like that. But this will be for the first guitar, and to start off, the intro sounds like this. And that just repeats over and over. And then the next part after that goes like this. Okay, and all you're doing for that first part is on the 4th string, you want to be on the 7th fret, and you want to hammer to the 8th fret and then pull off to open. It's like that, and then you want to land on the 7th fret of the 5th string. Just like that. Okay, and then you're going to hit the 6th string open, palm muted twice. Okay, so it goes. And then you're going to hit the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And then you're going to hit that 6th string open one more time, palm muted. Okay, so the whole thing together slowly goes like this. Okay, and then it just repeats right there. And you just keep repeating that. And then it moves on to the next part, which is on the starts on the 7th fret of the 5th string, and you're going to go 7, 8, open. Okay, and then you're going to go to the 8th fret of the 6th string, and you want to have your pinky ready to go to the 10th fret of the 5th string like that. Okay, and you're going to play it like this. So you're going to hit that 8th fret of the 6th string 3 times, and then the 10th fret up here once. And then you hit that 8th fret down here on the 6th string one more time before you repeat. So it goes like this. And it just repeats over and over like that. Okay, and then you hear a break in the song, just a quick little silence, and then this is where the vocals come in, and you keep repeating the riff the same way, except there's one slight change. When it first comes back in, normally you'd be doing this. But this time when you play it, just the first time, every other time you're about to go to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, you want to go up to the 10th fret instead, so it would go like this. Just like that, okay? The part of the song right where the vocals comes in would go like this. So you can see just every other time you're going to go up to that 10th fret of the 3rd string, and that's it. Okay, and the next part of the song comes in, and it sounds kind of like this. Okay, and all you're doing here is you want to start by doing a triplet with the top 2 strings open. Okay, and then you're going to go 7, 8, open on the 5th string. And then right after that, you want to hit those top 2 strings open, palm muted one more time, so like that. Okay, and then right here, you're going to go to the 5th string, 5th fret, and you're going to hit that 4 times, and then go down to the 7th fret of the 6th string and hit that once. Okay, so those 2 parts together go. Okay, and then you're going to do the first part one more time. And then right here, the next part, you're going to go 8, 7 on the 6th string, and you're going to do the 8th fret 4 times, 7th fret once. So it would go. Okay, and then you do the 7, 8 open on the 5th string one more time. And then right here on the 3rd string, you're going to go 10, 9, 7, 9, 7. And you're going to hit each note twice. And it's palm muted also. Okay. And then right after that, on the 4th string, you're going to do this. And all you're doing there is it's on the 4th string, and you start by going, you start on the 7th fret. And you're going to go 7, 8, 7, open. Just like that, and that's the pattern for each note here. So the first one's going to go 7, 8, 7, open. The next one's going to go 8, 10, 8, open. And the next one's going to go 10, 12, 10, open. And then the last one's going to go 12, 14, 12, open. Okay, so all you're doing there is just hammering on and then pulling off twice, so. Okay, I need to just speed that up. And that whole chunk of the song repeats a few times, and then the first breakdown of the song comes in, and it's really simple. It just sounds like this. And that pattern just repeats over and over. And all I'm going to do when showing you how to play breakdowns is just tell you what the pattern is, and then you can listen to the song and kind of get the speed and tempo right. But basically, you're strumming 5 times, stopping, strumming 5 times, stopping, strumming once, stopping, and then strumming 5 more times, stopping. And then that little pattern together itself repeats. So it goes 5, 5, 1, 5. And that's the pattern that repeats. Okay, then when you speed it up. Okay, and that repeats, and then it goes into the next part of the song, which sounds like this. And then that's going to repeat over and over, and it starts off on the 3rd string. You want to be on the 7th fret, and you want to strum the 3rd and the 4th string together. And as you work through this chord, you're going to strum the 4th and the 3rd string together, and then you're going to strum up to the 2nd string, and then you're going to strum up to the 1st string. So you're going to start on the 7th fret, 3rd string, and then after that, the next note's going to be on the 6th fret, 2nd string, and the next note is going to be on the 5th fret of the 1st string, like that. And you just want to strum all the strings except for these top 2, the 6th and the 5th. So it'll go like this. Okay. Okay, and the next part goes like this. And all you're doing there on the 1st string, you're going to go 8, 10, 8. And on the 2nd string, you're going to go 10, 11. Just like that. Okay, and then you're going to move over to a chord here, bar across the 8th fret, and have your ring finger or your pinky finger on the 10th fret of the 4th string. And you're going to go down to barring across the 5th fret with your pinky on the 8th fret, like that. Okay, so those 2 chords. Okay, and then right before you do this little walk down part, you're going to kind of palm mute the strings a little bit to make it quieter. And on the 4th string, you're going to go 8, 7, and then 5th string, you're going to be on the 8th fret. Just like that. So that part would go. And then it just repeats from there. And right there it repeats. And after it repeats a few times, the last time you're going to hear it go like this when you get to the chords. And all you're doing there is when you go down to this chord here, the 5th fret barred across and then the 8th fret on the 4th string, you're going to just go from the 8th fret to the 7th fret and then lift off so that you're just playing a regular bar chord like that. And then you just palm mute. Okay. And then you hear this. All you're doing there is the 3rd fret, 9th string, and then on the 2nd string you're going to be on the 6th fret like that. And you just start by strumming the 3rd string and then you move to the 6th string. Okay, and then it goes into the next breakdown, which sounds like this. And that's the pattern that repeats. All it is you start off by strumming 4 times, and then 8 times, and then twice, and then once, and then 4 times, and then twice. So it goes 4, 8, 2, 1, 4, 2. Okay, and then that's the pattern that repeats over and over. And the next little part of the song comes in, sounds like this. Okay, and all you're doing there is you start off by strumming 4 and then 2, palm muted like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, and then right here on the 5th string, you're going to go 7, 8, 8, open. So it would go. Okay, and then right here, you're going to go on the 4th string, you're going to go 7, 8, 8. 3rd string, 10th fret. And then after that, you're going to move down to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And then right after the 7th fret here on the 4th string, you're going to go to the 8th fret. So that part will go. And then right here, you're going to go on the 4th string, you're going to go down to the 7th fret, and you're going to go 7, 8, 7, open. So you do a hammer on and a pull off, and then just go to open. Okay, so those parts together go like this. Okay, and then you do the first part one more time. Okay, and this next part's a little bit different. You go 7, 8, 8 on the 4th string. And on the 3rd string, you're going to go 7. And then right here on the 5th string, you're going to go 8, 10, and you're going to do the same thing on the 6th string. Okay, so that second half will go. Okay, and then it goes right back into the breakdown that was just before this part. You played exactly the same, except you're gonna let the notes ring out while it's palm muted. So instead of sounding like this, it's gonna sound like this. Okay, and then it's just gonna repeat like that. So you just let the notes ring out instead of stopping them. Okay, and then at the end of that breakdown, after it repeats a few times, you're gonna hear this. All you're doing there is barring across the 8th fret and then going up to 10 and then going to open. And then you hit open one more time, palm muted, and then you mute the strings. Okay, so. Okay, and the next part comes in and sounds like this. Okay, it's a lot like the last part I showed you. It's just the first part that changes. And all you're doing with the open strings, you're going to go triplet, followed by one strum, and then one more triplet, so it's... Okay, it's that pattern. Like that. And the next part is going to be on the 5th string, you're going to go 7, 8. And then right after that, you're going to hit the 6th string open, palm muted. So go. Okay, and then the rest of it is exactly the same as the last part that I showed you where it goes. Okay, and then you do the first part one more time. And then the second half is also exactly the same as before. Alright, and the next part for this guitar comes in, and it's all on the 6th string, palm muted, and you're just going to tremolo pick, and it's going to go like this. And that pattern is just going to repeat over. All you're doing is going open, 3, 8, open, 3, 8, 5. Okay, and you do that whole pattern twice. And the next part comes in and sounds like this. And all you're doing there is you start off on the 6th and the 5th string, hitting open 3 times. Just like that little triplet. And then this little thing that you're doing in between all the strumming is going 7, 8, 7 on the 5th string. Okay, and then the palm muting in between, doing these notes right here, you're just going to go... The pattern goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then the last time you just go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do this walk up that I showed you how to do earlier. Okay, and then it goes into the last part of the song. Alright, and the last part of the song is like sort of a breakdown, but it's played like a breakdown. The pattern goes like this. Okay, and that's the pattern that's going to repeat all the way up until the end of the song. And all you're doing, starting off, you're doing 2 triplets. And then this next little part goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay? And then there's one more triplet. And then the next little part is you strum 6 times, and it's followed by a triplet. And that triplet at the very end of the 6 is the first part of the riff repeating. So basically, the last part is 6, and then it repeats, but like instantly. So the last part will go like this. Okay, and that's the first triplet of that riff repeating. So I'll play it through and have it repeat so you can kind of see how it repeats. Just like that. And then you'll hear, and after a few times of that repeating, you start hearing chord changes, and the chord changes are going to go open, 3, and 8. But the pattern is just going to repeat the same way. But you're just going from open to 3 to 8, so it will go like this. Okay, and it just keeps repeating like that over and over up until the end of the song. And then the very last part of the song goes like this. And all you're doing there is doing the first 2 triplets, but you're going to let the notes ring out, so don't mute the strings with your left hand, just let them ring out like this. Basically, the very end of the song, the outro, is just doing the first part of that breakdown pattern and then stopping. And it stops right after you do the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then the last note, you don't palm mute or anything. You just hit it open and let it ring out. So the very outro of the song will go. And then it fades out. When part 2 is available, you'll be able to click the screen here to go to part 2 to learn how to play the other guitar part.